not attempt to adjust your device screen. We are in control of the broadcast. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. The time has come. Please stand by for a live transmission from Halloween Daily News. Yes, it is that time once again, and we are live. So let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight in Haddonfield on the airwaves, the digital airwaves, that is. Hello, Haddonfield, and happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome to it. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this early November post-Halloween bonfire of blood that you just found yourself in the middle of is what we like to call Michael Myers Monday Live, our hangout gathering celebration of all things Shape, all things Michael Myers, all things Haddonfield, all things Halloween movie franchise, and beyond sometimes. That's right. So, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you hang out. And to everybody else, what is up, y'all? Welcome back. Happy Michael Myers Monday. You made it. You made it through another week. You made it through another year, in fact, because Halloween itself, October 31st, may have come and gone, but here at Halloween Daily, as you well know, every day is Halloween, and every Monday is Michael Myers Monday, and we are celebrating because it is a new year. That's right. We celebrate as they did in the ancient days around Samhain. The end of our year is Halloween. Our year culminates on Halloween, and if you're like us, then this is only the third day of Halloween 2026. So happy Halloween 2026. Let me be the first to say that to you guys. And I do appreciate you being here. It is our first Monday of the new Halloween 2026 year. That would be Monday, November 3rd, 2025. And I certainly thank you all for being here. Happy Michael Myers Monday, and I hope you all had the best Halloween just a few days ago. Now I'm hanging out. I am sipping on some nice warm green tea this evening, a little lemon on top. Tastes great. I appreciate you coming out to hang out with us. And for those of you that made it to the live stream, as I adjust my chair here, to the live stream on Halloween Eve, our Halloween Eve countdown to midnight that Sue and I did last week. I appreciate you guys coming out for that. If you missed it, you can check out the replay. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. I think we'll definitely do it again. And who knows, we might do some other stuff like that here in the future as well. So for those of you that participated and hung out in that, thank you for being here. And again, I hope you all did have a great October 31st. Let's see who has checked in the live chat. I see some of our illustrious channel members, starting with Mr. Bartholomew in the house. YouTube can become a channel member. It's just $5 a month, and you get early access to all kinds of cool stuff, including right now, Barth. I don't know if he's checked it out yet, but he has early access to our upcoming exclusive interview. It's dropping in just a couple days here on the channel. Last week, I got to talk to the Swedish metal duo known as Scarlet. They are two female artists. Scarlet Hunts and Thirsty are their names. They perform in makeup. Scarlet is a skeleton. Thirsty is a vampire. And I had a blast talking to them last week about their new Halloween-flavored single Haunted Disco and some of their other tracks, as well as some of their more metal origins. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of a little bit of their own mysterious origins. And, of course, their thoughts on Halloween in Sweden versus what we call Halloween here in the States. So I hope you will check that out. I hope you've checked out my recent interviews. Again, that's just one perk you get with being a member. So think about it. It's just $5 a month. David Suber is in the house. Team Wolf has checked in as well. David Hyam, what's up, guys? Phil is here. I think I saw Megan checking in. Byron is in the house. Awesome. Great to see everybody checking in. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Happy first Michael Myers Monday of Halloween 2026. Brad's music channel in the house as well. Great to see everybody here. Excellent. Oh, Michael Myers stalking silently, of course. Sonia has checked in as well. Thank you for being here, Sonia. Lucas is in here. What's up, man? Good evening. Happy Michael Myers Monday to you. Brett Patrick, another illustrious channel member, checking in as well. Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right, cool. I think we do have a good crowd in here now, and we'll probably have a few more come in as we go. I don't anticipate being on here very late tonight. It's not a big stacked show full of content, but it is what I call in the description and called in our social media posts our Halloween hangover edition of Michael Myers Monday Live. And not because we're necessarily literally hungover. Maybe you are. I don't know. I guess that's possible. It was a Halloween weekend with Halloween falling on Friday, so maybe you're still hungover from the weekend. I don't know. But I mean more figuratively, as Halloween is still hanging over everything. I mean, it always does for us, but Halloween 2025, I should say, is still hanging over everything here at HDN headquarters, and probably for many of you as well, as we try to get into it. So it's not just any Monday. It you know, if ever there was a Monday, I saw Tyler Maine's post. We'll mention him in shout outs later on, but I saw Tyler Maine's post today that today is the saddest Michael Myers Monday of the year. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I'm not sad, and I never get sad on November 1st. People ask that all the time. Do you get depressed and sad on November 1st? Maybe for certain reasons, but not because Halloween is gone, for sure, because I honestly, when it comes to Halloween and October 31st being over, it's just like that scene in the beginning of The Nightmare Before Christmas, where the mayor's like, well, now we just got 364 more days till Halloween. Time to start planning for next year. And that's really what it comes down to. And we don't even have to wait till next year, because every day is Halloween here anyway. So thank you all for being here. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Solid Saturn's checked in as well. Awesome. Lucas, absolutely. We keep the Halloween spirit alive as well as the spirit of the shape. Always. Like I said, I don't have a ton of news to talk about tonight. Just a couple small news bite merch updates. Our main story is going to be the video game. We did get that Halloween Day video game update from the from the developers, and so we're going to take a look at that. And I'm going to break down um, everything included there and everything that we know about from there. And then I do have a new show and tell for you guys. I scored a new collectible over the weekend, and I figured I might as well go ahead and unbox it live here with you guys and give my initial review to that. And of course, we'll do some shout outs and all that good stuff as well. As we're talking about Halloween 2025, I wanted to give, a lot of times I do these post Halloween, first Halloween of the new year, Michael Myers Monday live broadcasts, and try to give a little insight, a little recap into our own Halloween. Sue and I were here. We talked about going to the pumpkin patch last year, last week. It was last year, just last week. Way back then on Halloween Eve, we went. That video will be coming up later on, but I wanted to give you guys a look at our yard setup this year. This is our HDN headquarters here in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, on the outer rim of North Carolina, aka the Outer Banks. And this is I film a little walkthrough every year of just our setup out front, just for fun. I think at this point is as much a document for myself to remember what I liked and what I wanted to improve on for next year when I'm looking at it for next year. So in any case, it's only a couple minutes long. And it does tie in to Michael Myers Monday in that you might see a shape or two here. In which case, if I can find where I put that video. Aha, there it is. Okay, so again, this is our HDN 2025 yard display walkthrough. Tell me how many shapes you spot in the video. I'll be right back. Yes, that's right. We had a blast, and here is there we are. That's Sue and myself doing my best shape, James Jude Courtney style, or is it Corey Cunningham under there? Because that's kind of been our go-to the last couple of years. Sue throws on an Allison Cat mask, and I throw on an Inns Myers mask, and then it's kind of like it's a if you know type thing where sure it's Michael and Allison, but if you know, it could be Corey and Allison too. In which case, it's a couple's costume, right? Um, so that was us doing the shape and Allison, and then this is a great shot that Sue got of me in front of our 7-foot jack-o'-lantern inflatable from Lowe's. You might have seen me unbox it earlier this year. Turned out great, by the way. You probably saw many of the items that we've unboxed and reviewed here in the past year in that video. And yeah, there were a couple shapes in there as well. Tell me how many you spotted. But yeah, that's me doing my best shape impression. And here's another shot. Which one do you guys like better? That one, the knife up in the air, or this one with the knife down by the side? Which one looks better? Let me know. That should have just been tonight's only poll there. I like them both. So chime in now in the live chat. How was your Halloween 2025? Did you get dressed up? Did you follow all of the rules? I've been on such a trick-or-treat obsession, especially this month between seeing the film in the theater for the first time, meeting Quinn Lord in person in Richmond at Nightmare Weekend, and then interviewing Monica and Lauren, all within the span of a few days, really. It was about a week and a half for all of that. So crazy time. Love that movie. Just as much as I love the original Halloween. Honestly, I was thinking about it this year. Having watched Trick or Treat and then rewatching Halloween '78 for like the millionth time on Halloween days. I'm carving pumpkins and all, and I'm just like, man, it is so great that the movies are so different and they're so perfect for Halloween and they're so perfectly Halloween, and yet they're so different, and they can both exist, and I can love them both so much. And we had that, and I would throw Tim Burton's and Henry Selick's The Nightmare Before Christmas in there as well as just another perfect Halloween movie that ranks up there with those two as well. But what did you watch on Halloween? What did you watch over the weekend? How did you spend your Halloween day? Do you carve your pumpkins on Halloween, before Halloween? Did you go out, stalk the neighborhood like I like to do as Michael Myers? Did you take your kids out trick-or-treating? Did you just hang out at your house? Do you get trick-or-treaters? That's the only thing about our house. We go all out decorating like you see, but we don't get no trick-or-treaters. Sad here on our street, but we keep the spirit alive. But everybody in our little town here goes to this one neighborhood basically, and that's kind of like the town trick or treat area every year, and that's where we go. Teen Wolf got sick on Halloween. I hear you. I still got the sniffles of a lingering cold myself. Suber says, doing a Stranger Things rewatch right now. Nice. Very cool. Good idea, actually, before the final season. Stranger Things. So many awesome Myers references in that show. I've talked about them before on here. I love season 2 of that show especially. Looking forward to the final season. Looking forward to Frankenstein on Netflix this Friday, actually. Very much looking forward to Del Toro's Frankenstein. Hugely excited for that. I'm thinking I'm going to rewatch some of my favorite previous Frankenstein movies, like the original Universal with Boris Karloff and the original Bride, and then I love the Kenneth Branagh directed '90s Mary Shelley's Frankenstein as well. And there's others. Um, Most of the others that I really love though are less direct adaptations. Those are some of the best direct adaptations in my opinion. But yeah, looking forward to this new one for sure. Barf had a big party. We all had a blast. Had to make two candy runs. Wow, kept running out. Very nice, very nice. Already planning for next year. That's right. It never ends. That's what I'm saying. Halloween never ends. It's not a season. There's no Halloween season. It's only life. That's what I say. And I think most of you can relate and would agree. Thanks for the compliments on the house display. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. David says two shapes, including myself. Actually, more than that, believe it or not. Teen Wolf's wondering if 2026 will mean they'll start announcing stuff for H50. Probably not for the convention, I would think. I would think the absolute earliest would be like 1 year out, maybe. So technically, yes, in 2026. I do think um, they could announce it like almost exactly like 1 year out, like save the date, something like that. And yeah, if there's going to be some headliner like John Carpenter or something like that, maybe a year out for something like that. But I don't even know if they'd announce any guests. It might just be like a save the date um, type thing. But I mean, it is a big milestone. So yeah, I would not be surprised if we do get something like that. In fact, I think I remember Sean Clark saying that he wanted to initially announce H45 one full year out from that. So with a little, foresight and planning and everything, this time I think for H50 that could happen. So yeah, I do think we could start hearing something at least the dates. Um, and of course, the big focus on so much of the franchise over this next year is going to be on this video game, which we're going to be talking about in just a minute. But first, two quick little news bites to jump. Well, one, neither are really all that little, but let me see. Where can I find the? Aha, here it is. Um, just real quickly, I got to remind you, Fright Rags dropped the pre-order. They dropped the pre-order for their H4 two-pack of Michael Myers and Jamie Lloyd collectible figures. They're $40 for this two-pack, and only 2,000 are going to be produced. 2,000 of this two-pack, and they're going to ship in early 2026. Apparently, they're not sold out though. Let's refresh right now and see if this changed since a few hours ago when I was on here. But yeah, you can still place your order. There's a maximum of only two per order. Um, Surprised that it didn't sell out on Halloween with just 2,000 available. $40, not a bad price there. Personally, I've not pressed the button yet. I need to. I need to just go ahead and do it. Honestly, I thought I missed it. I thought they sold out. Then I saw they haven't. I'm like, well, I need to jump on this. But then I'm like, wow, max two per order. It's almost like one because I'm gonna want to open them. You guys know I'm gonna want to open them, and with just 2,000 in existence, um, it's going to be real tempting to not open that package. And then I've been thinking all along too that with this 2,000 limited to 2,000, I think that really is the two pack that they're going to limit to 2,000. I do predict and think that eventually Fright Rags will release each of these figures probably separately in different packaging. Each is their own figure. I think it's specifically this Michael with Jamie two pack that is what's limited to 2,000. I could be wrong on that, but that's my take on it. Which again, for my thinking, I get into my own head about it too much because then I'm like, well, it's so limited, so collectible. This might be one of the times where I actually want to keep it in the packaging, but I really want to open these as well and So I don't know. I guess the answer should be I should just get two, but times are hard and everything. So, uh, with that said, super chats are enabled and memberships are just $5 a month. In any case, Fright Rags, fright-rags.com is where you can get them right now. And this next story, this is a big Michael Myers merch story. And in this case, I mean that quite literally because the biggest Michael Myers collectible product licensed item that I know of, like the literal biggest that I know of, is the 25-foot Michael Myers inflatable, which made its debut just a few years ago. In 2023, as a matter of fact, it made its initial debut, and it has always been an exclusive to HalloweenCostumes.com, which is owned by the parent company of Fun.com. And that's where you've been able to find it. Well, as of right now, and this is actually just kind of a small piece of a much bigger story for the Halloween industry itself, not just for Michael Myers, but well, as of right now, as of just a few days ago, that 25-foot Michael Myers inflatable, as well as many other products formerly exclusive and only available from HalloweenCostumes.com's own website, is now available from our friends at Lowe's over at Lowe's.com. Check this out. This is it. This is the 25-footer. You can see in the description, it's the HalloweenCostumes.com. Fun costumes. Halloween 25-foot Michael Myers inflatable. And like I said, from the time it was announced back in 2023 up until just a few days ago, over this past weekend when I discovered this myself, this product was exclusive just to HalloweenCostumes.com. Now, all of a sudden, Halloween Costumes is selling through Lowe's.com, similar to how Haunted Hill Farm and many other companies do as well. And this is significant for a number of reasons. For us here on Michael Myers Monday Live tonight, obviously it's significant because, well, first of all, as you can see, it's priced at $407.98. That's actually about $100 cheaper than it has always been priced over at HalloweenCostumes.com, where it was more around the $500 range. So that's exciting right there. They've come down on the price quite a bit. They do also, for the record, have the exact same inflatable in the 15-foot height range as well as the 8-foot, which, by the way, 15-foot is still a giant monster. 8-foot is pretty damn big, but this 25-footer, insane. Totally insane. So when I saw this, I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say, because we are Lowe's partners and we do a lot of work with Lowe's. So I am happy to share our affiliate link in the description below, where you can order this 25-footer as well. I'll also include links to the 15-foot and 8-foot versions as well. But let's click over here to the shop HalloweenCostumes.com section of Lowe's.com. And while that inflatable and its different sizes is currently the only licensed item listed here, because over at actual HalloweenCostumes.com website, they carry other Myers products as well as Jason and Freddy and Beetlejuice and many other characters, inflatables and animatronics. Now, none of that stuff is here on the Lowe's site yet, anyway, as of right now. But look at all this other stuff that is on there. There's the 8-foot, Michael. They all look identical. It's just the size. But a lot of cool stuff. There's the 25 again. So when I say this is a small part of a much larger story, the larger story is that Halloween costumes, which made a huge statement just this past year, just for Halloween 2025. Look at that giant 15-foot jack-o'-lantern inflatable. Wow, that is awesome. So they made a huge statement in Halloween 2025 by dropping a ton of exclusive animatronics from all different price levels. And we covered this quite extensively here on the channel. You've probably seen the commercials here on YouTube. I've seen them a million times where they themselves, Halloween Costumes calls it the biggest costume or animatronics products drop the industry has ever seen. And in our coverage of the industry and doing, covering the industry through Halloween Daily News for the past 13 years, I don't think that's really an exaggeration, because just the volume of what they dropped, a lot of it was Party City stuff that they acquired when Party City went out of business. So a ton of cool stuff. How much of that is going to end up over on Lowe's.com? Now, I did check today. Are they also selling through HomeDepot.com? I don't see any of these same items over on Home Depot. Certainly not the Michael Myers inflatables. Walmart does third-party sellers as well. They might be available on there through third-party sellers. I don't see them being sold by Walmart right now. So it seems like, and again, I've not verified this, but just from looking at it from the outside, just as a online shopper and consumer, it seems like Halloween Costumes might have teamed up with Lowe's. And if this is an exclusive thing for Lowe's, where you can only get these products, like for example those Michael inflatables at Halloween Costumes and at Lowe's.com, just those two places, that's very big and very noteworthy for the industry. People that are, follow this, and you look at the trends, it has really been Home Depot that has dominated in recent years when it comes to the high-end animatronics. Halloween Costumes really made a lot of noise about trying to get a big piece of that, specifically this past year in 2025. So the fact that as soon as Halloween itself is over, and I just happened to be on the Lowe's site looking for some other Halloween stuff, seeing what was on clearance actually, what sales they had online. And then I happened to notice that Michael Myers was on there, where he never was before, in this particular, this giant. So what does it all mean? Only time will tell. We are going to ask some questions, though, to our contacts at each of those companies and try to find out some answers. In the meantime, though, let me know what you think about this development of Halloween Costumes products being sold on Lowe's.com. And also, are you going to order that 25-foot Myers or maybe the 15-foot? Again, the 15-foot is massive in itself. The 8-foot's massive, but that 25-footer, who's going to order it? Who's already ordered it? Let me know. And again, it's come down on the price, so that's pretty exciting. All right, give me your thoughts on all of that. David says, good catch. Thank you, man. Yeah, again, I wasn't even looking for that particular product. I've been aware of it. It's awesome, but it's always been an exclusive to that one site. So I don't know if they're going to start selling their stuff on multiple other sites, like how our friends at Haunted Hill Farm do. Which that's exciting and newsworthy for other reasons. Or is it only Lowe's that they're doing that with right now? I can't say I've gone to all the other sites, but I did go to Home Depot today, and I didn't see any of the same stuff over there. So very interesting. But yeah, take note of that, guys, if you were waiting. And also, again, the change in price. It was like $500, I believe, last I checked, this past Halloween season over at HalloweenCostumes.com. So the coming down on the price, too, is awesome. Sammy has checked in. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Appreciate you being here. Oh yeah, Barf, you already own it. You took yours down Saturday night. 400 is a steal for it. Trick or treaters love it, and everyone takes pics next to it. Yes, yes, Barf. Am I right? What did you pay for yours? I agree. Seeing that price, I couldn't believe it. Um, am I right? Was it 500 at Halloween costumes? I guess I could cross reference right now, but I don't want to bore you guys with watching me pull up HalloweenCostumes.com. All right, the biggest news. I'm going to give you guys just a chance to catch up and see if we can confirm that that original price on him. Then we're going to talk about our main story tonight, which is the video game, and then I'm gonna unbox a new collectible I picked up over the weekend. All right. Yes, first one was 500. Oh, and got stolen. Ordered a second one and got overnight delivery, and it was 700. Oh wow. Yeah, 700 with the overnight. I bet. So originally priced at 500. Man. Yeah. See. So yeah, 400. That is a steal for that. All right. So give me your thoughts on that development. With the Myers inflatables, specifically those giants being sold at Lowe's, but also the bigger picture. Is Halloween costumes selling exclusively through Lowe's now, in addition to their own site. Very interesting. All right. As many of you know, the biggest story in Haddonfield at the moment is Halloween, the video game. It is coming in less than a year now. September 8th, 2026 is the officially confirmed release date. And since our last report, we did get that Halloween Day update that we were expecting or hoping for from developers. Um, it talks specifically more about the single player mode of the game. And we're going to break that down about everything that they talk about, as well as some new still some new concept art, basically, for the game. Before we get to that, though, leading up to that, on their social media platforms, it was revealed that Michael Myers would use many multiple weapons other than his standard go-to, which is, of course, this giant kitchen knife that he's most known for, but he's also going to be able to use an axe, and by he, I mean you, a cleaver there, a baseball bat, circa HK, Tommy Doyle style. And look at this giant mallet here. That reminds me of Tyler Maine's Michael Myers, you know, remake, or H2 Michael Myers there, Rob Zombie style. And then this pickaxe here looks pretty badass. And all of these weapons are going to be playable weapons when you play as Michael Myers in the game. Um, Now, on Halloween Day, developers at Ilphonic released a new video and an article on the official website, giving us more insight into specifically the single player mode of the game. And you can see over here, this is our article at HalloweenDailyNews.com right here. And while many of you know that Ilphonic is known for uh, multiplayer games, and that is what they're very much known for, um, they have taken great pains and gone to great lengths to ensure that they are going to give players an unforgettable single player story here. And we've talked before that developers have explained that they actually want you to play the single player version first, because that's actually going to help you learn how to be what they call the ultimate Michael Myers, the best shape possible for when you're playing multiplayer against and with other players. And the mission for this game is real simple. If you're playing as Michael Myers, the mission is to slaughter people. And it is going to reenact the elements of the 78 game, but from a whole new perspective. So, the article originally at HalloweenGame.com, we will go over there now. You can see where it says these reimagined Halloween story sequences are told through a series of defined single-player chapters with captivating in-engine cinematics and gripping narration provided by Dr. Loomis. So we know from before that Dr. Loomis is going to narrate the game. But what's really cool here is that the iconic 78 film, here, let me pull up this image right here. This shot right here is featured in the video. This is, of course, Phelps' garage. And Phelps is not a location that we ever went to in the original film. It's only hinted at in the original film because we see the tow truck, and the guy is dead, and Michael took his coveralls. And so now we're going to see exactly what went down there playing as Michael in this single player mode, which, by the way, the single player mode starts at Smith's Grove. So let's go over to there for just a second. Oh, we're getting ahead. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Here's Smith's Grove. And this is actually inside the gates of Smith's Grove, where you can see some of the inmates walking around. Very cool, because they say in this latest update on the official site, I'm going to read this part to you. The official site details, quote, players take the role of Michael Myers and experience the critical moments of the night he came home from an entirely different perspective. The team aims to provide supplemental story content that complements the original John Carpenter classic. In addition to reliving unforgettable film moments with familiar faces, the single-player story mode in Halloween will also feature new locations and scenes, introducing our brand new cast of Haddonfield civilians who serve as playable characters in the game's multiplayer component. These reimagined Halloween story sequences are told through a series of defined single-player chapters with captivating in-engine cinematics and gripping narration provided by Dr. Loomis. This is very notable because, again, we're going to go to certain places that we know of from the film, but that the film never actually took us, like inside of Smith's Grove. It actually says here that it's going to begin with Michael incarcerated in Smith's Grove, and how did he escape? It's never quite explained, at least not in the original film. Well, we're going to get to play that out and see. And with this being an official game, Malika Akkad involved, John Carpenter involved, this is already choose your own adventure when it comes to what is canon and what is not, but this is taking right from the original 78 film. So this is going to be the most official explanation and canon storyline of what happened in Smith's Grove that has ever been presented. And you're going to play that in the single player. In single player, you're Michael Myers. Multiplayer, you'll be able to play as other characters. And they say familiar faces as well as new characters. The familiar faces, we've seen a character that really has to be Laurie Strode, or at least this game's version of Laurie Strode. They've not said the names Laurie, Linda, Annie, any of that yet. They've not said the name Brackett, only Loomis and Michael so far, but we're assuming familiar faces are the characters that we know and love from the film. And I'm also, just as pure speculation, but I would think, just like they've got Nick Castle doing motion capture, that they're reaching out to as much of these original actors and actresses, much of this talent as possible to recreate their characters with voiceover. So I think that will be some of the exciting announcements we'll have coming uh, in the next couple weeks and months as the countdown really gets going for this game after the new year starts. Um, Another one of the places we're going to go is Phelps Garage, right here. You get a little shot of Phelps Garage, and that is Michael standing over there. We can zoom in on him a little bit, and that's the truck. So you're going to get to visit there, but you're going to get to do all kinds of stuff, like go inside Phelps Garage. This is actually a shot inside Phelps Garage. Um, I zoomed in on these masks over here, hoping to see some silver shamrocks. And while we don't see any silver shamrocks, they definitely got the era appropriate 1978 esque Ben Cooper style masks that you would see at a at a convenience store place like this. It looks very 78, as so much of this game does, and they've said they've gone so out of their way to make it look like that. Um, the new footage also shows the Myers house. I'm not going to show a still of that one. We've seen a lot of that, but we're going to be able to go inside the Myers house, inside Phelps, inside Smith's Grove. And if that's not enough, inside the Rabbit in Red Lounge, which, again, in the original film, it's only referenced just briefly from that matchbook. That's it. It's never said, mentioned otherwise, and yet it has become just an iconic part of Haddonfield. And here it is. This is the outside of it. Previously, we got a still of the inside of it. It's also noted on this Halloween Day drop from developers at Ilphonic. They note that the single player story mode is also going to feature several difficulties, so you can play on easy mode or difficult mode. You can have optional objectives. So while the primary objective, option one, is to slaughter people, kill people, you can opt for a different objective, and I think that's going to add to replayability, so it doesn't get boring. Like, it's not going to be a game where like you play all the way through once and then you play again and it's exactly the same. These things will change it. There's secret collectibles, whatever that means, in the game world, and there's even multiple endings that are determined by the actions players take. So it's not even going to end the same way depending on the choices you make. So again, whereas this entire franchise, when you watch the films, we always talk about how it's a choose your own adventure, the game also going to play into that. Very excited to see more of this. We did get one more new still released today, November 3rd, and it is this still of Michael's hand, an exceptionally clean hand. No blood on that hand, holding one of those many different weapons, his go-to one, his most famous go-to one. And of course, I love the jack-o'-lantern in the background. What might if it was facing this way? Would be kind of cool if there was something extra cool in the reflection here, but I don't know. Maybe in the darkened part, if I lightened it up enough, you could see a little bit of the mask. I can't really see it that much here, but in any case, everything we're hearing about this continues to sound like the ultimate video game that we could possibly want from Haddonfield, from a Michael Myers game. And again, it's been stated over and over that the point is you play in this single player mode as Michael. You learn to stalk to kill. We've talked about that shape jump ability, which sounds goofy, and maybe it's going to be a little bit goofy to get used to, but Michael does jump around, you know. At least you're not calling it teleporting or something. Or maybe you would prefer that. I don't know. But shape jump's a little bit better. In any case, you know, you're going to walk in the dark realm. And that's how Michael's going to go. One of the ways Michael's going to be able to stalk around and stalk people. So stoked for that. Oh, that's a good question. Freak, are you able to play as Dr. Loomis? So far, it doesn't sound like it. They haven't said that we can. They've said, and again, there's still a lot we don't know. The single player mode, we're definitely playing as Michael, and it sounds like that's it in the single player mode. In the multiplayer mode, you can play as Michael, or you can play as other what they've called civilian hero characters. And we don't know exactly who they are. They've shown various stills of characters, none of which look familiar from the film. So I'm thinking those are the new faces that they're referring to, that they're going to introduce. And they'll be just totally new characters. They also say, by the way, in the single player mode, when you're playing as Michael, you will see and interact and learn about some of these other new characters, which you'll get to play as later on when you're playing the multiplayer. So, in other words, backstory for these new characters. You're going to start learning their backstory, and then by the time you get there, you'll know a little bit about them and be like, yeah, I want to play that character. And then it also mentions familiar faces, and we have seen images of a character that does look a lot like Laurie Strode. Seems to be Laurie Strode, wearing her classic bell bottoms and so forth. They've not named any of those characters other than Loomis yet. And we know Loomis narrates the game. I've not heard anything about him being a playable character. If he is narrating the game, I kind of feel like the whole thing is being told through maybe his notes as a doctor, possibly. But in any case, give me your thoughts on all of that. Halloween, the video game, drops everywhere September 8th, 2026. When the shape comes home to your consoles and online. Sammy C says you don't need to install it. You just need 2.5 gigabyte zip file and uncompress it, then run your exe file. Okay. Oh, you're talking about a different Halloween game called Halloween 2 Asylum. I got you. All right. Keep it creepy has checked in. What's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for being here. Darlene is checked in as well. Awesome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for joining us and hanging out tonight. Great to see everybody. Big Rick James in the house. I woke up sad, but your channel cheered me. It's always Halloween here. Yes, you got it, Big Rick. It is always Halloween here, and that's what we're here to do. To make Mondays more bearable, less painful, to help you survive it, like Laurie Strode surviving another Halloween against Michael. And yeah, to make early November, the first Monday in November, hey, it's just another Michael Myers Monday for us, and it's just another part of Halloween for us. So, yeah, thank you for saying that, man. That means a lot, because that's what we're here for. All right, so are you guys stoked for this game or what? What's up, Tim? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for being here. All right, so I got a new show and tell, guys. I picked up a new Michael Myers collectible over the weekend, over Halloween weekend. You know, I was just running around at different shops. doing some bargain hunting, clearance, uh, shopping, hallow hunting, the general stuff, you know. And I posted this on social media. For years and years, it seemed that November 1st was the best day to go hit stores like your Lowe's and your Home Depots, your Walmarts, and what have you for Halloween clearance items. But I've really found that that's not so much the case anymore. In the case of some stores like Walmart and Target, they don't really mark their stuff down to clearance like they used to. Like to me, clearance is 75 or more off. 50% off, that's not clearance. I mean, people call it clearance, but I don't think that's you're really trying to clear something out if it's just 50% off. But and that's more like what Walmart and Target do, and then they just box a lot of it up. Lowe's and Home Depot, I've learned the last 2 years, if you, the day to go, or the last possible day to go, is actually Halloween Eve, October 30th. Go then, everything in store is 75% off. And at least at our local stores, that's the way it's been the last couple of years. And I have scored a couple cool things then. This year, actually at Home Depot, it's for 75% off. I picked up a Sally inflatable. You saw in that video earlier with Jack. We already had a 3.5-foot Jack. A Sally inflatable, normally $40, priced at $10. Yeah, that's worth it. To so Jack can have his mate. Then, while I'm out and about, I went into Five Below. Because Five Below is really doing it up with the horror merch lately. The collectibles, the t-shirts, and they had a lot of cool Halloween stuff. I wanted to see what Halloween clearance in Five Below looked like. And also just looking for general Michael Myers and horror-related stuff, because there's a lot. And I was specifically there looking for that new Michael Myers troll figure. You guys know I love my figures, and there's a Michael Myers, the trolls, apparently available at Five Below. Now I didn't find him, but what I did find when I was in there looking around now was something that I don't remember seeing in there before. And I believe it is a new item. I believe it is new for 2025. But this is the officially licensed Halloween 2 Michael Myers snow globe. And from Five Below, they call it a mini snow globe. Here's the packaging. You can see, get a preview of the snow globe on the back. You got this shot, this artwork here, The Nightmare Isn't Over. The kitchen knife with Michael's likeness on it. Over here you got the Halloween 2 title treatment. Dick Warlock rocking the shape mask. So, you guys tell me when this thing came out, but I don't remember ever seeing it at our local Five Below store. And when I spotted it, it was the only one on the shelf, and they had a bunch of room on the shelf, so they might have just been about to put some more stuff out, or maybe they just sold a bunch. But and then when I moved it, it was the only one there. But they did have also, and I had to pick this up too, because I love me some Trick or Treat too. But they did have a Trick or Treat Sam mini snow globe as well. And there was only 2 of these, and this one was like right behind the Halloween 2 one. And there was 2 of these Trick or Treats, so I just figured I gotta have them both. I gotta have Michael and Sam. So I have already filmed some up-close showcase video of this bad boy in this packaging. So now we're gonna take him out. We're gonna unbox him right here and check him out right here on Michael Myers Monday Live. So, oh, and before I open this, I want to say, speaking of Michael Myers snow globes, which, by the way, I don't see no snow. Maybe it should be a blood globe, right? Because it's not snow. Now, this is a Michael Myers blood globe. That's what I'm going to call it. That I got a couple years ago from Spirit Halloween. Some of you guys already own this guy. This is another Halloween 2 blood globe. This is the Spirit Halloween one. It's Michael's head in there. This one, there's a little bit more of it. Got his full body holding a knife. Now, when you talk about Michael Myers snow globes or blood globes, see, because it's raining blood literally when you turn it upside down. It rains blood, not snow. You guys seeing that? Yeah, you see what I mean. The holy grail of those would be the 20th anniversary. I believe it's the 20th anniversary, 1998 VHS anniversary release of Halloween 78 that came with a snow globe. And again, that Spirit one, it's got Michael's head. This new Five Below one, it's got Michael's full body. This holy grail snow globe, it has a whole lot more than that. It's got a whole scene going on. It's got Laurie on the couch. It might even have the knitting needle in there for all I know. But Laurie is there. She's on the couch, and Michael's behind the couch, jumping up from behind her to attack her. It's got the whole scene happening in there. Again, very sought after. Like 27 years old now. Very hard to come by. Very sought after for amongst collectors. And to me, all of the Michael Myers snow globes, aka blood globes, released since then are in some way just trying to capture the magic of that and paying some tribute to that, because that one really started it all. So I didn't find my troll figure that I was looking for, but I found the blood globe, as I'm going to call it. So now, as always, I will unbox as much as I can, not to damage the packaging, because I'm such a geek. I'll have to keep this box around forever. Probably won't put it back in the box ever, but you never know. All right, so sliding it out ever so gently. All right, and here we have him packed neatly in the styrofoam. And we are going to nice and easily. Ooh, yeah. Now this. Woohoo! This guy is bigger than I anticipated. It's heavier than I thought it would be, which is odd. But yeah, out of the box, it's heavier than I thought he would be. Let's check him out here. Should we? All right. Watch the blood rain down. Yes. Now, one thing I noticed right off the bat, they don't really have the figure centered up with the H2 sticker down here. That might be something that other, when you get yours, it might be lined up a little bit better. If you can scope it out in the box, you might want to do that, because here, looking dead on at Michael, he's kind of over the HALL kind of. It is cool though that where they have the Halloween 2, if you look real closely, because they have for the O, instead of an O, they have the poster pumpkin. You see what I mean? And yeah, I mean, I guess he's yeah, no, he's not looking straight out. Like I would have him kind of straight to that. But again, for $5, you gotta expect that. And honestly, Spirit did the same thing with this one. Although this one he's pretty close on, but I saw other ones where the sticker was not as centered up as you might want it. He's rocking the blood tears, which you guys know I love the blood tears. He's holding his knife. I like that he's holding it, with the knife down, like in a true stabbing way. So often we see Michael holding it, where the knife is coming out up here, and it just, he means more business holding it like this. So I like that a lot. I like that it's full body. I like that it's big and yeah, compared to that Spirit one, you can see quite a noticeable difference in size. This and yeah, his head looks a little oddly globish, but I guess that's partly to go with the whole thing. You see what I mean? It's like extra big. But I like that he's holding that knife in there, and yeah, check out the raining blood. It's raining red. It's raining red. Very cool. All right. So, do you have any of the Michael Myers blood globes that have been released so far? I think Spirit has a newer one, other than the one I have now, too, possibly. Um, if you own this one from Five Below, tell me about it. Is yours centered up with the sticker, or the sticker centered up with the figure better than mine? I'd love to hear from you. And of course, I will shoot just a little bit of up close showcase video of this bad boy for you now. So you can see him, well, not so much in action. Here he is in action. You can see him in action now. There he is, raining blood. Yes. I gotta say, I am loving the horror love that Five Below is giving all of us right now. Horror on a budget, man. I did a whole thing when we found the Michael Myers socks at Dollar Tree. Just that. I mean, that a Michael Myers item, a officially licensed horror items like that have found their way into Dollar Tree. It's crazy. Um, and I am here for it, man, because, again, times is hard these days, as I'm sure many of you can relate to. So, yeah, broke horror collector, collector on a budget, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, budget friendly horror finds. I'm all about it. Five Below, Dollar Tree, bring it on. Um, so, give me your thoughts on the new Michael Myers mini snow globe, which is much bigger than the Spirit Halloween snow globe. And yeah, what should we call it if not blood globe? I mean, I think blood globe is it's got to be because it's not snow coming down. Literally, you turn it over and it's like red glitter or whatever. But that ain't snow, you know. It's blood, right? It's raining blood. Brett says bought some badass Friday the 13th slippers at Five Below. Ah, yes, I saw those. Well, if they were Michael or probably Sam, I probably would have snatched them up. Brad's music channel is checked in. Thank you for being here live, sir. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Oh, Suber has the scene snow globe, the classic Am I right? It was the 20th anniversary VHS, right? 98, if I'm not mistaken. Now, how big is that one? That one's probably bigger than this one, I'm guessing. Like, that was probably like a traditional Christmas snow globe size, I'm guessing. Now, did you get it with that VHS itself, that 20th anniversary, or did you buy the snow globe separately? Brett says the Anchor Bay one was in blood red snow. Okay. Brett says the snow globe was new for this year. Excellent. I I thought so. I didn't remember ever seeing it before. Was looking for the H2 mini figure today, but no luck. Yes, I'm looking for that one too. The super duper minifigure, the micro figure, I think they call it. Like I used to collect some of the micro machine cars. They were like tiny version of like Hot Wheels. Yes, the micro figures. They've got a Chucky and a Michael at Five Below. I did not see that there either. I was specifically looking for that troll and the micro figure, but really that troll. But and you found the troll at your Five Below. That's awesome. They also have a Marty McFly one. Ah, nice. That's great. Barf said that update made him even more excited for the game. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, everything I keep hearing, I feel like, and people are gonna be like, oh, this is just, you know, hype or whatever. But I mean, it sounds like everything you want to hear about this type of game. Um, and then the possibilities. Like I would think, just knowing how these things normally work, they're gonna be special DLCs that you can buy and special skins that you can get that will, change the appearance of Michael. And if they go the Friday 13th route, then how cool will it be while even keeping it in 78 if like all of a sudden Michael kind of has the H4 look or the H5 mask or something just because you got a different DLC and can kind of interchange it. It would still technically be in that movie, but maybe they could play with that a little bit. I think a lot of those possibilities are there, and everything they're saying, it just sounds really exciting and really cool. David agrees. Game looks great. Yeah, I think so too. Wow, David, you bought the set back in the day, the 20th anniversary. So you actually bought it on its release in '98, unopened. Woo! Yeah, that is one of the grail items for collectors for sure. You've got it. Wow, man. Yes. Bow down. Salute to David Suber. Hell yeah. Awesome, man. That is too cool. Love hearing that. All right. What we are going to do now is we are going to look just quickly at a couple of shout outs, starting on Instagram with the man himself, Tyler Main, who posts a few hours ago today on Michael Myers Monday, November 3rd. He says, "This is the saddest Michael Myers Monday every year. It's time to take off the mask and wait another 360 some odd days. Hope you all had a great Halloween and enjoyed the weekend. It's time to reset." Oh, yeah. And we're going to have to do these one at a time this week because I don't have them quite queued up and ready to go. Actually, we can just do it like this through our stories. This is posted by Smith's Grove Sanitarium, who's always sharing cool Michael Myers Monday videos with us that he shoots with the Myers cam. Somehow he gets the actual Myers POV and goes into like Spirit Halloween, and here he is playing with a prop chainsaw. Somebody having fun getting slaughtered by Michael. We already talked about that one, and you know about that one. This one, I think this is one of our illustrious guests in the live chat tonight. If he's still around, keep it creepy 06, always sharing killer Michael Myers Monday content. And today was no exception, sharing his mask and bloody knife. The boogeyman will return next Halloween. Oh, yes. Can't kill the boogeyman. And that's something else back on the game. That is something else back on the game that they've said over and over is that, yeah, while you can put the boogeyman down and you can slow him down and you can hurt him, you can't kill him. So it sounds like Michael Myers will not die in that video game. Like he'll be slowed down and stopped temporarily, but he won't be killed. Forgot to say that earlier. All right, a couple more, and we're just going to keep them on IG tonight to keep it simple. This one shared by the Indiana Slasher, also calls it the worst Michael Myers Monday of the year. Let's read the whole thing. The worst Michael Myers Monday of the year. Halloween is over, but we always have next year. And I would agree, except for the part about Halloween being over, because yeah, but no, Halloween never over, never ends, never dies. Here, posted by Phantom Video, that is the Scream Factory H4, and it looks like the latest Walmart slipcase cover for the Scream Factory 4K release, which I still need to own. I need to own that 4K. I did watch my original 4K release, the Lionsgate release, on Halloween Day, as a matter of fact. This one's shared by Panic Room Toys, Peekaboo. And one more, Spooky Gauge says, I feel you, Michael Myers, on this 44th Michael Myers Monday of 2025. Thank you for helping us keep track and keep count. Yeah, so I asked earlier what you watched on Halloween, how you spent your Halloween. Did you do any pumpkin carving? Did you do any trick-or-treating? Did you stalk your neighborhood? Did you go out? Are you young enough to go out to like nightlife, I mean, bars or anything like that? Did you get dressed up? What were your costumes? And what did you watch? I watched on Halloween Day. Let's see. Earlier in the day I started with Halloween '78, and then I followed it up immediately with Halloween 2018, and this was while I was carving pumpkins to kind of start my day. And then I did, I think, some outside stuff and a little bit of social media posting down here. Eventually, when I settled in, my late night movie this year, many times it's Trick or Treat, because as I've talked about many times, I saw Trick or Treat on the big screen just 2 weeks ago. I wanted to change it up a little bit, so my late night movie this year was my favorite movie of last year, Late Night with the Devil. And I've already watched it probably 7 or 8 times already, and it's just one of those ones like Trick or Treat that just gets better with every repeat viewing. So I might be forgetting one in between Halloween 2018 and that I threw on. And then I'm trying to backtrack a little bit and remember Halloween Eve, after we did our live stream here that many of you were cool enough to come and hang out for. And by the way, thank you all for the nice comments about it. And I think we're definitely going to have to make that an annual tradition now. So plan on that for sure as a Halloween Eve tradition. And but after we got done doing all that, went upstairs, and it was after midnight, so it was Halloween. So technically, my Halloween started in the middle of the night, The first movie I watched, technically, the last one on Halloween Eve, was Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So I watched my Myers and franchise movies very in a very odd order this time. Um, I also threw Kills on a few nights before that, so it was a very just jumping around, weird and odd order. But I say all that to say, well, that was what I watched. So now tell me what you watched. But also watching that '78 4K that I own, which was the 2018 4K release by Lionsgate, and then a few years ago we got the Scream Factory version, which was a whole new 4K scan. And now we talked just recently about the fact that it appears that Arrow Video now has yet a whole new 4K version that is available for streaming so far, and we're speculating and thinking that maybe they're going to release that on physical as well. So, but I say all that to say that 4K from 2018 looks great in my opinion. Looks really good. But you guys, let me know what you think. Super had zero trick or treaters. Sammy said, "Yeah, that's the only thing that happens that sucks about our house is on our street. We don't, yeah, and it's because everybody where we live they go to this one area, and it is cool over in that area and all, but yeah, if I could live anywhere else in this area, it'd be right around there on one of them streets. Because man, um, yeah, I wouldn't go out then probably, but I do love going out and stalking other people's houses as Michael Myers. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Mark's asking, are you planning to attend Halloween 50 in Pasadena? Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, if you know, if they'll have us again and the universe sees fit, absolutely, yeah. I don't want to miss any of those events. Yeah, the 40th and the 45th were just unbelievable. So totally. Brett says that Snow Globe set came out the same time as the black cover VHS set for the 20th anniversary. The cassettes inside were orange. Okay, very cool. Barf, it sounds like you had a lot of trick or treaters at your place. That's great, man. I love that they're loving your giant 25-footer, Michael. That is so cool. So there you go, guys. Um, I will add that affiliate link to the Lowe's items in the description of this as soon as I wrap up right here. So if you want to snag that giant Myers, the biggest Myers item ever licensed produced so far anyway, $400 is a kill. And they're shipping it right now, and they're in stock. And who knows how long they're going to be in stock at Lowe's.com. This is part of the reason I'm telling you guys here on Monday night. I've not posted about that. Like normally, as soon as I discover something like that, I would have posted it everywhere on socials. But I was like, let me, you know, if I do that, it might sell out before Monday even comes. So I want to at least give you guys the first heads up. So go hit that. Um, all right, guys. This has been awesome hanging with you all, celebrating the first Michael Myers Monday of Halloween 2026. That's right. And we don't count down unless it's Halloween Eve, I guess. But what we do is we celebrate because it's always Halloween here. So I don't know if we're going to be live next week. A lot of that will be determined by if there's some significant news that drops between now and then. I do have a ton of non time specific or time sensitive topics for us to discuss on upcoming live broadcasts. Things like I've done with the songs and the music discussions, lots of stuff like that. Like, for example, one night I want to, possibly our next gathering, I want to talk about some of the not really forgotten but lesser thought of Haddonfield residents. For example, people forget that, like Oscar winner Michelle Williams was in Halloween H2O, or that, comedy legend Dana Carvey was in Halloween 2. People like that. Or, I don't know, Oscar winner Octavia Spencer getting completely destroyed by Michael Myers and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. People like that, you know, it's not like they're forgotten residents of Haddonfield. They're just often overlooked and kind of, for some people, maybe surprising residents of Haddonfield. That's one of the topics that's on a week like this where it's not a ton of news to talk about. We're going to discuss like we've done on some of these other weeks. So what I'm probably going to do, I don't have it prepared for tonight, but be on the lookout in the community section of this channel. I'll probably put up a poll of some of these ideas that I have to get a feeling for which one we should do next. And that will probably be coming in a couple weeks, unless there's some big news that drops, of course. Then we'll be getting in here. For these next few months, I plan on doing Michael Myers Monday live broadcast at least once a month. I mean, if not before, through the long cold winter. Like, we have to gather at least somewhat regularly to keep our sanity, right? If there's news, if I score some new merch, something exciting to share with you guys, interviews break, all those things, then we'll be back even sooner. But stay subscribed, keep your notifications on, and that's the best way to stay up to date on when the next Triple M live show is. Now, there will be Triple M, because that continues whether we're live here or not. And there will be exciting content, even here on the channel, coming up each of those weeks, even if we're not here gathering together. I hope to be here gathering together. Again, I'm not going to commit to next week right this second. We got a lot going on here, but that could easily change tomorrow if, Ilphonic gives us a whole new game trailer or announces that, I don't know, Scout Taylor Compton is voicing Annie now for some reason, or Jamie Lee Curtis is doing voiceover for Laurie, or, if any of those things happen. In any case, give me your thoughts on everything we've talked about tonight in the comments right here. And I look forward to hearing from you and hanging out again. And thank you all, everybody, for hanging out tonight here in the live chat. And if you're watching on the replay, you guys rock. This has been great. Thank you for our Halloween Eve hangout. That was great as well. We had a blast doing it. Thank you for the past year. All of Halloween 2025. Now we're officially into Halloween 2026. And yeah, dates and calendars and all that don't mean much other than Halloween rolls on and it's a whole new year of Halloween celebrating. And that means Michael Myers celebrating too. So thank you for being here for it. Don't be shy in the comments. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of. Give me your thoughts on some upcoming topics and discussions that we can get into here, and guests that you want to see here on Michael Myers Monday Live, and I will do my best to make it happen. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Let me try that again. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for supporting everything we do here. You guys rock. You all rule. And happy Michael Myers Monday. Good night, Haddonfield.